Hello and welcome to a new video and happy Sunday. Today and actually the last couple of days and the upcoming days, we've been blessed with sunny weather, blue skies, and it just makes me very excited to start working in the garden. I have a few projects in mind in the garden. I think I underestimate how much work it's gonna be, but we're gonna get a start on it this weekend. So we have a relatively medium to small garden, and at the edge of our garden in the backyard we have a lot of small trees, and they're nice, but they get really out of control. They look kind of messy, especially in winter, and I just don't love the look of the garden. But we have a north-facing garden, so also that's the area that gets the most sunshine. And I have this dream of having this wildflower garden, and I just wanted to look a bit more whimsical, a bit more of a cottage core garden that feels intentional, but also very spontaneous and unintentional in a way. So I feel that's definitely a several year kind of plan. We're not just gonna take everything out of our garden, and I think we have a really nice base to work with. So what I want to do this weekend is I want to remove the trees and then kind of prep that space of garden, prep the soil to start planting some wildflowers. I have 5 different flowers that I would like to plant there. I have dahlias, I have zinnias, cosmos, strawberry flowers, and also sunflowers, but the red kinds. And I'm just super excited to start putting them in soil, seeding them, planting them, and see that little patch of flower garden grow. But in order to do that, we need to create the space. So that's what is on the agenda for this weekend. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, it just sounds, I don't know, I don't mind working in the garden. It can definitely be hard work, but I feel once the result is there, it's also very rewarding. And other than that, I want to go to the garden center to get some things, some tools I'm still missing. I want to get some specific soil that kind of preps the current soil that we have so the flowers just bloom better. And yeah, I have some exciting plans for tomorrow as well. It's a national holiday in the Netherlands. It's called King's Day. We kind of celebrate the birthday of the king, but yeah, it's a public holiday. And I booked a high tea, a royal high tea with a friend. So it's a lot about gardening. And then once all the hard work is done, I can sip some tea like a royal. So yeah, I'm currently waiting for my mom to come over. She's going to help me in the garden, bless her, because I think it's just going to be a lot of work to do by myself. And that's going to take me hours. And also it's still going to the garden center and making lunch in between. So yeah, she's going to come over and help me out. And other than that, let's get some caffeine, let's get some supplies, and let's get working in the garden. I hope you enjoy watching, and I'm excited to take you along of these garden projects. So we finished working in the garden, and I am so glad that that's done. I feel like that was just the most annoying part about the garden project. And now we have an entire patch of soil to work with. So like I already said, I have a bunch of wildflower seeds and plants that I want to put there. But I'm also thinking ahead, because the flowers that I want to seed are also the kinds that only grow for 1 year, and then they're very seasonal. They only really thrive and bloom in summer season. So I think what I would like to have is a bit of a mix of plants that maybe bloom like early spring, maybe like March, April, and then also have maybe 1 or 2 plants that kind of grow throughout each year or kind of keep green, stay green. So I'm going to do some research now. I also need to look up some things about like what's the best way to seed and how far apart I should seed them. I'm still very much a beginner in gardening. Until a year ago, I didn't really have a garden, so I'm very much a newbie. So I have my journal here, and I think I'm just gonna make a list of plants that I find interesting. And then I also lend a book about gardening, and in particular like how to create a flower garden, from my best friend, which is this book. And I think I'm just gonna do a very nice browse, and yeah, see where we end up. I think mainly now I'm focusing on preparations I should do to start seeding, because ideally I would seed either tomorrow or next weekend, because the weather has been really lovely, and also because we spit through the soil a lot. And I heard, or what I read, is that it's better to like really like mix through the soil so it gets some air and then start seeding. But I need to read more about that. But yeah, let's get cozy and read up about how to become a pro at gardening, or at least a bit more knowledgeable. just got ready and I'm about to head out to the high tea. I'm very excited about this. It's hosted at a cafe that I often go to for pastries or like coffee, and their pastries are insanely good. They are very much inspired by like French artisan kind of pastries, which are my favorite kinds. Lots of like croissant, like the layered dough, and like vanilla creams. So I'm very excited about that. And for the rest of the day, I don't have anything particular planned. I think my initial idea was to get back into the garden and start seeding and planting. But I did my research yesterday and like kind of laid out a plan for like that patch of soil for the flower garden. And then I kind of realized that I still have to wait a little bit. They advise that it's best to plant those kind of flowers because they bloom throughout July, August, September, to plant them after May 15th. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to wait a bit until like the ground is also a bit more warm and the temperatures aren't like too fluctuating, and also it's not too cold anymore during the nights. So then you just have better chance that your flowers will bloom properly. So I'm going to wait for that, which means that I don't really have anything to do in the garden now. I need to wait for a few things to tidy up the rest. We need to get some equipment for that, but yeah, we still need to order that. So instead, I think I'm just gonna relax because we spent the entire weekend working in the garden and I had a few social plans, and I think my body could also get some relaxation time. It's also that time of the month, so it's not a bad idea to actually chill and wind down a little bit. So I'm gonna go and head out to the high tea and see what the rest of the day brings me. If I do not have any interesting left to say, I'm gonna end the vlog here in person. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'm very excited to see you again in my next video. Bye.